Rahubat, greetings. This is the continued reading from My Brother the Extraterrestrial. This is part 6. Nuwapian Studies Series 6, July 5th, 2003, Jones County Jail. Questioning the Master Teacher, Bʀᴏᴛᴇʀ by Bʀᴏᴛᴇʀ. Excuse me, Master Teacher. Would it be possible if you could answer a few more questions for me? That's what I'm here for, to make things clear. 1. Question. Well, how are you? I know you said don't ask, but I must. I know you are what you are, yet and still I must ask. Answer. I'm doing my best. For now, I will hold on until the works are done. Give my ashuk, divine love to all true and devoted Nuwapians. You look well, sis. 2. Question. So just what is the 9-ball, or behind the 9-ball? Answer. I have been asked that since 1962. So let me tell you. You see, when you look at this solar system, they will say it has 9 planets looking, starting from the sun. 1. Mercury. 2. Venus. 3. Earth. 4. Mars. 5. Jupiter. 6. Saturn. 7. Uranus. 8. Neptune. And 9. Pluto. They call it a solar system because Pā-Rāyē, the sun, is the center or solar with the planets moving around it. Yet, again, they are wrong because the whole system is not in order. For you see, sis, the so-called last planet Pluto, or Pluton, is out of order. Planet comes from planan, meaning wander in Greek, and that is exactly what it does. All the other planets have a circular orbit, except Pluto. It moves in its own orbit, with an orbit like a squash circle, and it is inclined 17 degrees. And because its plane of orbit varies, sometimes it is above the plane of other planets and sometimes below it. So in fact, it's not working as a part of this system of movements around the sun. So if you count from outside looking inward, you must start with Neptune as 1, then Uranus as 2, Saturn as 3, Jupiter as 4, Mars as 5, Earth as 6, Sex, Venus as 7, Mercury as 8, and then the sun itself is the 9th or 9-ball. The 9 minds, Nagaru, Negroids, sun children. 3. Question. So what is meant by behind the 9-ball? Answer. Well, on the date 2012, before the summer solstice of that year, there will be signs in the sky above then. At the winter solstice on the 21st day of the 12th month, there will be an alignment with the Milky Way and the great eye of Re. The sun will be in line from the center of this galaxy as a pupil of the great eye, looking at Earth. A great shift will take place. 4. Question. So what does that have to do with behind the 9-ball? Answer. The sun will be behind the moon. Venus mentioned in Revelation chapter 22, verse 16. It says, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Who is Lucifer? Mentioned in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Read 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. And the pour will affect the planet Earth. The sun will spit out electrical storms and much radiation at Earth. For from Earth, 9 mind can't see what will be going on behind the sun at that time. 5. Question. Is that the end of the world? Answer. No, not at all. Yet those persons who are not sun children will suffer, as it says in their Bible, Book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 2. It reads, The sun will raise with healing in its or his wings. When the sun raises, we call it Atumre, from the east at dawn, to start the 10 hours of the heat of Yawam, day, from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I teach behind the 9-ball, or behind the sun 93 million miles away. You see 9 and 3, just as 3 to 9 weeks of rebirth. A'tumre as amunre. 6. Question. What does 9 ball mean to our Salau race if all people on the planet will be affected? Answer. The 9 ball, or Re, sun, is our liberation, information from outformation. As I counted from outside inward to reach the timekeeper, the sun, at 9, the sun people are the woolly-haired, dark-skinned people called Nagaru, Negroids, or blacks. And the sun was grown or created out of darkness. So we grew this sun from inside our divine beings, just as we grow all other physical things from our central inner sun, called our solar plexus, the network of nerves in our abdomen. Note, abd omen, or servant, slave of omen, a Latin word meaning a thing happened. There is so much in the use of words and the play on words that is why it's said our people are under a spell, as in the spelling of words that makes tones, tunes, sounds, and vibrations. So much deception is used to keep our race spellbound. 7. Question. So it's all in the words and tones? Answer. Yes, that is an actual fact. Think of how music affects your emotions, or when your name is called, or the phone rings, or you hear a gunshot. All these are sounds that affect your physical being. The fact that you can hear a song, or just the music, and your mind translates those tones to words, shows how you can be programmed and controlled if you are vibrating on their tones and not your own. 8. Question. I did not look at it that way. Yet I see what you mean. Spell, yell, sound, all affect us as people and a race? Answer. Yes, that is an actual fact. Woolly-haired, dark-skinned, or light-skinned people with soul or emotions are called the Nagar Salal, Negroid race. We, the scientists of the people of Africa, know that whatever Africans do for successful liberation must be done intelligently, inside our own genes, meaning the steps we take must be reasonable and practical. 9. Question. For our own race, you mean? Answer. For all persons who wish to know the facts and can accept the truth about self and kind, kin, yet all people with genuinely wabar, woolly hair by nature, are in the Nagaru, Negroid race, and the African race everywhere is the supreme being. So we Nataru are most concerned about Afafrae Gao, Africans, not only because we are of the same DNA, yet also because we find our race in the lowest positions of all races. And this is because our race is far too kind to all others. We walk with our heart in our mind. We walk with our heart in our hand. Why? Because the spell of amnesia has given us over 6,000 years of the least correct affirmation to our information, which is another way of saying under Rakeun, a hypnotic spell. 10. Question. So we have been taught incorrectly over 6,000 years? Answer. Yes, that is the actual fact. Our family are misoutformed, are in uniforms of others, not our own. Yet, we scientists of our race know that a person or race's physical position among others indicates their or its mental position among others. Why the Nagaru, Negroids world over were not respected nor accepted by others who know who and what they are as a race, culture, religion. Nagaru, Negroids, Africans refuse to wear their own uniform, skin color, or hair texture, yet are out of their minds, so that makes them dress in others' uniforms, both mental and physical, trying to be like, look like, act like others, or dress up in others' uniforms. We must put back on our nine-mind thinking, nine-ether nature, our own uniform, and become omniform in all. Yet, our race openly accepts all others and their religious images with open arms, while they have no regard for Africans. 11. Question. So our love and kindness has caused us much abuse? Answer. Yes, that is an actual fact. Our trusting and our openness. And therefore for 6,000 years, our race held the lowest position of the races on orb, Earth. Wu-Nuwup, the nine-ball sun, would heal us and heal the planet of the weaker genes, weaker race. Pā-Rē-Yē, the sun, affects all weather changes. This means that our mental position was lowest until 2000 AD, the end of the spelling test of ignorance. Our mental position rises with myself, Pā-Nabab Ya-Nun, who has come with the healing in my wings. The sun and nature will put a hurting on all those who hurt and abuse my son children. I am the father, nature is the mother, and the Garu negroids are causing the weather effects you see as you grow free in mind. Your anger is bringing the rain, the hail, the snow, and the earthquakes all over the planet, and you target the West for their evils. 12. Question. So it's not over or too late for us now that you're in prison? Answer. No, no, no. Now I get to sit back and spell out Wu, Nu, Wu, 999. You will see, we as a race were not able to rise to our full glory until between 2003 and 2009 AD. Like on a tree of life, weak leaves will wither and dry up and fall off of our great tree we call Ishad or Nahat tree. Many will fall away, run and hide, return to the world, yet soon they will realize I came with facts more important than their personal feelings and emotions, and many will return. So it's not over, it's just beginning. Locking me up made Mother Nature angry. She is going to give them their hell. 13. Question. So we will be saved? Answer. Yes, that is the actual fact. You will rise like a newborn sunrise, your mental and physical status. Put on your omni form in all. People world over will wish to help free me. The great elevator of our divine status is 9 facts and 9 confirmation, and this was all needed. You see, I became Dr. York in music to meet many people, be seen by many who all remember me. They see me now on TV and say, I know those are lies. Well, now because of this case, the whole world will see and know who I am. Or all eyes will behold my glory, our final call for our race of liberation, outformation for Africans, now in mental captivity and many in physical captivity too, to evil alien forces and religious adverse forces, uniformed. 14. Question. So this is 9-ball time? Answer. Yes, that is the actual fact. The 9-ball will shine forth. I can give what I came to originally give my Haradu children. I will begin to present the highest quality of reason and thereby the highest form of confirmation by nature ever available. To Nagaru, Negroids, people on orb, earth, the 4th from the orb, sun, outward, 9 to the 9th power of 9 for liberation purposes. 15. Question. The highest quality of reasoning? Answer. Yes, the highest quality of reasoning in existence is 9 reason, 9 reasoning, 9 mind, 9 mind. 16. Question. 9 mind? Answer. Yes, the offspring of 9 reason. 9 in anything is the highest, for there is no digit higher than 9. 17. Question. You mean like 9 in birth? Answer. Yes, 9 is the origin of the Nagaru Afafree Gau Salal, Negroid African race, and 9 is the sons of the omniverse. The only way one can tap the living mind or mind of the living nature is with 9 reasoning. 18. Question. So 9 is our number? Answer. Yes, that is the actual fact. Too much is put on the physical growth, physical uniform, and not enough on mental growth, mental uniform. All Nagaru, Negroid organizations avoid facts in favor of religions. It's always the same old lies. Bible, Quran, religious, alien forces, of others' ways of life, adverse forces, not of our own, and then za'am, our opinion, to repair, reconstruct, or fix that which is broken. Like our race, you must first strip off the old down to the naked skin, remove all outside influences and opinions of our race, past and present. You must see the naked person without things they were given after birth, yet like a newborn babe, before religion or lifestyle or beliefs, faith, for fact or fate. Then you rebuild a new being, yet only with things that is theirs originally. You start with you are Nagaru, Negroid. You're from Afafraega, Africa. Moved or not, you're from Africa. This has nothing to do with alien religions, adverse cultures, or ways of living. First things were first. Know yourself. Before the time of the Torah or Gospel or Quran, their religions were created. You existed with the culture in Africa. You had no need of their mind games called religions. From outside of Africa, foreign invaders with images of themselves as God, prophets, Christ in their uniforms. 19. Question. And stop all the stress of being or becoming what others want you to believe, right? Answer. Yes, that is right. Remove their uniforms. 20. Question. And we will progress? Answer. Yes. You will progress, yet properly towards your divine self or mind. Separation from alien and adverse forces and the mental separation comes first. There is no such thing as a successful physical liberation without first having a mental liberation. When one achieves mental highs, they are liberated. Then physical liberation will come naturally in the race of us Africans. Make effort in accord with non-reasoning. That is liberation out formation. Here now as Wunuwup or animism, which links to our own spiritual ancestors who vibrate on the same tawalat frequencies and will hear you and help you. No other races or dead prophets, messiahs, or prophets can help you. They vibrate on separate wavelengths, tawal, frequency stations. If you want to know what frequency the Caucasoids is on, just tune into a rock station for 1 hour in the late night. Listen to what they call music, noise, yelling. That is their station, not the same as our own. I don't mean the new hip-hop stations who are in tune with rock stations or frequencies, as well as which is why the Caucasoids is able to produce hip-hop or rap music. Thus, they are also cut off. In Genesis chapter 11, you have the story of Babel in the first 9 verses. Nimrod was trying to build his own radio station to broadcast to reach our ancestors of ancient Egypt. You see, Enlil was over the Mesopotamia, and Enki was over in Africa. Well, Cush, the father of Nimrod, was of Africa. Yet, his son Nimrod was over in Mesopotamia, which was called Babylon and the Tower of Babel. Nimrod, however, did not agree with Enlil and wanted to connect with the elders in the Patatat, heavens. That's why it says in Genesis chapter 11 verse 4, and they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. King James Version. So that tower was actually more of a beacon, a radio transmitter to call the Kmam, elders, so they would be recognized. At the same time, the minds of the people were vibrating on a different frequency from the Yahweh, existing one of the gods, Elohim, over this land, who no longer had mental control over these people and had to actually go down to see what these people had done. They had become united, speaking one language, one tone, one speech, same articulation, and had become one, united mentally. Genesis chapter 11 verse 6 reads, And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. King James Version. This God of the Bible was so concerned with these united people to the point where Enlil and his children, Nenar, the bright one, or Ninnar, master of fire, and Ninurta, master of the land of or Nanurta, had to come down and confuse their language because they were so afraid of the potential of a developed mind under its own mental power, own ancestors, and own tone Nuwapik would become. They had to confuse or confound their tongue and then scatter them so they could not communicate together again. This spirit of fear is still running rampant today. It happened 1600 years ago with the slave trade. They grouped Africans from all over together that did not speak one another's tongue, so they could not unite and go against the slave master. And it continues today, only it is in the form of mental slavery. The game today is again to not have you unite at all by giving you so many options, so many distractions of the world around you that you cannot focus on the world of you that descended from you. You are the original creation of this world. These options are not even from your mind. So many tones in music or non-music. They deceive through the television, use as hammam, black, or nagaru, voice, and speak in another tone so you will not be in tune with yourself, or use animated characters or use animals that talk in their voice. So you can't find your tones and can't vibrate with anyone else around you. So there will be no mental unity that leads to physical unity. Once there is mental unity, the body will follow. It is about the tones. Learn your language, my Nuwapu Haradu, Nuwapian children, and reject everything that takes you out of your divine mind. Let it be known by all that when I sit before my brother to ask him many things, I don't sit as his sister. I sit as a student of our master, Panabab Ya Nun.